I know what appeals to the students today is hands-on and interaction, and that's the difference between this Infinity versus just a static display, stand in front of something and read a plaque. I mean, this is an integrated hands-on science experiment, and by the time the students are finished going through this Infinity Science Center, they wouldn't have known it, but they just got educated.
Well, it's an exciting time for me that we're actually opening the doors on Infinity to the public on April 12th. It's been a long time coming. Our visitor center, since I've been working with NASA, has been located within the gates of Stennis. So we've been working ever since September 11th to start moving the visitor center outside the gates of Stennis just for sheer security reasons, but also to take advantage of the traffic that's in here on Interstate 10. There's like 12 million cars that go up and down Interstate 10 every year. So there's a high volume of traffic. We'd like to take advantage of that. So it's a twofold purpose: one, for security, to get us outside the gates, and two, to have a higher traffic flow to share the message of not just NASA, but all of Stennis, all the 30 agencies that work at Stennis. This will be the first thing that visitors see when they come in. And what this exhibit is, it starts with the Phoenicians, the explorers with the Phoenicians, and goes all the way up through current day, what NASA is planning to do to explore into deeper space. There's over 400 data sets that we can project on this sphere, and if you look, we've got 4 projectors, and when it's running, it looks like it could be Earth, it could be Mars, it could be the moon, the sun. Our plan is we can bring school groups in here and give them presentations on this to teach them, like I say, over 400 different type lessons that we could teach on this science on a sphere.
Stennis is rich in history, not only from NASA, but from the other federal agencies that have been here for decades. And each one of us have displays that that we've had here on the site, but we're more than happy to have put them out there in such a prominent location that all the general public can now see. So we had the far majority of it already here on site. We're just packaging it in a way that's going to be visually appealing and fit in the flow of the brand new facility, and it's an incredible facility.
This is a Gemini capsule that will be in the Gemini display case. And this is the Apollo. This is Apollo capsule. Here we have a sleep station. A lot of people on Earth look at a sleep station for space and think, man, that's really small. How could you possibly sleep in a small space like that? But in space, there is no up or down, or how can you sleep sideways standing up on a wall? You don't have that feeling of up or down in space. So what you do is you climb into your sleeping bag, sleep restraint, zip it up, and then if you look, we've got a pillow, and then there's a strap hanging from that pillow. If you just zipped yourself up in the sleeping bag, your head would still float in space because of the lack of gravity. So you take that strap, you strap it around your head to put it on the pillow, then you get that sensation of actually laying in your bed at home, sleeping on a pillow. Everything is kind of confined. You got everything is bungeed down so that you don't bungeed or velcroed down so it doesn't float off. And someone asked me, well, they use a lot of socks in space, because you got to see a lot of socks on display here. But yes, they don't use shoes in space. In the entire surface on the International Space Station, there's no up or down, so the floor and the ceiling is still usable surfaces.
He's ecstatic with it. I mean, he wouldn't be volunteering his time, and as you can imagine, being the hero that he is, he can go anywhere in the United States and be involved in any project that he wants. But because this project is in his home state, I mean, he's obviously slightly biased to see it succeed. And the thing that I know him enough to say that the most touching for him is people always want to talk about his Apollo 13 days, but what he's more excited about is what can he do to inspire the kids to pursue engineering and math and science degrees, so one of those kids, especially somebody who's a native Mississippian, can one day take his place to set foot on Mars.